I know how.
What's happening?
What's
I'm Pop.
happening?
I am here with my co-host Dory and our guest Lola, the Indie Princess,
Hi
for
guys.
our
Ah.
favorite. This is my favorite of my shows. I ain't gonna lie. We are here for Madness First Timer Spotlight on. I do love that. I
Oh,
do really need an
shit.
intro for this show because the problem is that every week we'd have to change that part of the intro
Yeah.
to reflect who the new guest was. So it's like it'd be something that you have to maintain. Lola, how you doing?
I am exhausted, but I'm here. I am ready for bed though.
I will not keep you out too late, but we are going to talk about your book. Definitely.
Yeah, besides my show, this is like the first show I've been on since I launched my campaign.
Woohoo. That's exciting, right?
I've been super busy. I haven't had time to advertise it. I haven't been home.
You guys did a con recently, right?
We did.
How
Yeah, we were at Motor City Comic Con all weekend.
nice.
And like the
Oh,
week
shit.
before or 2 weeks before that, you were like all the way over in Iowa or something.
South Dakota.
South Dakota, yeah. And you drove, huh?
We
You guys
did.
drive to these things.
Every time, no matter where it's at.
That
Oh,
is,
man.
and see, that's the way I'd have to travel too. I mean, even if I was just going as a fan or a guest, I'd still have to drive. That's just, I don't, yeah. I ain't going into it, but you know.
So, one of
I,
the first questions I wanted to ask for you, Lola, the word lure has a few different meanings. There's the tempting to, I'm reading from my definitions because I look words up, I'm a word junkie. And there's lure, like you're tempting a person or an animal to do something or to go somewhere. I'm assuming that's reading what this book is about. That's probably where you're coming from. But then lore is also like, isn't that a word used for like legends or something? Like a legendary kind of a lure of something, the
that,
lure of
That's lore.
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 Oh, okay. See, this is why I asked because I was like, let me get some some background where the name of your
well,
book came from, and
this,
yeah.
she definitely has a story, a personal story that goes with where this book came from. So, um, I know you're tired, but I know I know this. I already know this story. Of course, I mean I've talked to you about this a dozen times.
Yeah.
You know, but it's a story that has real life meaning to her. You know, and I really like the way she explains it. So go ahead, give us the rundown, and then we'll watch the awesome video,
Hi,
and
Dean.
Mm.
Good
and then
stuff,
we'll
comic skater.
turn Dory loose on you. All right?
So what do you want first? The rundown of the book
Yeah,
or how
yeah.
it originated?
Tell us the story of where it came from. You know, get
Okay,
that out of
so
the way.
when I was 18, I was kidnapped and I got to see the underbelly of society. So it was I suffer from PTSD now because of it. And writing is therapeutical to me. So I got to put things that I saw or I heard about into a story with some exaggerations.
And some fun. You had fun.
But yeah, it helped me get out feelings and stuff like that.
Now, this
Yeah,
also was
it's
already a successful campaign on Indiegogo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this is a second chance for the Kickstarter crowd. All right, just throwing that out there. This is already funded. It's already going to print. So there's no question about whether or not you're going to get this one. It's already going to happen. So
Oh yeah. Kickstarter, like you said, is just a second chance for people that didn't get it. And I also have an exclusive for Kickstarter. Um, when I reach my goal, that's just going to go towards the printing cost. printing and shipping.
Cool. So let me see here. Should we play the video first?
Go ahead.
Now, I just want to give a shout out to the voice in this. Love you, Brandy. I gotta mute myself, or you're gonna hear this like super loud from every speaker you own. Oh.
It all started with an invite. Then you wake up in a cage. You would never expect what happens next. Who lives? Who dies? Are you ready to get lured?
There you go. There you go. So what do you think, Dory?
Oh, what do I think?
What did you think of that video right there?
I wanted to go back. Oh, I love the video. I've seen it before. I remember when it was on Indiegogo. I was first brand new, super new to our world. I wanted to say hi to our people in our chat, Good Stuff Comic Skater, and I put a comment there if for people to watch, share this out, tweet it out. I just tweeted it out. I wanted to go back to something Lola said, and I agree, because this is my story. This isn't exactly my story, but I have a really long, horrible history of things that never should be done to any human being. And absolutely, one of the biggest misconceptions that people get is that someone who survived the kind of things that I'm going to just generalize this, Lola, if that's okay.
Yeah.
One of the things for people like us that have survived those kind of things is people get it confused. They think that we become prudes that should never talk about sex. We can't have sex. We're supposed to hate sex. And it's the absolute fucking opposite. The best therapeutic, and this is me stating this, best therapeutic healing for anyone who has suffered what we've suffered is actually embracing our sexual side, becoming owners of it, getting liberated by it, and working that out through writing and art. And I loved what you said about that. And I wanted to give you an opportunity to share anything more to me based on what I just said.
I mean, you're right. What happened to me, I didn't let it control me. I mean, I still it does in a way. I mean, I still have issues. I'm afraid to go places by myself and be alone, and I'm working that stuff out. I'm better than I used to be, but I still have my bad days.
Right. Yeah, there's things, and do you find, Lola, and I know our current personal situations, you're a married woman and I'm saying, but do you find that people don't understand the boundary you have to set sometimes when you have to set a boundary?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you guys know about my stalker that I had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's the reason I ask is, so putting yourself out there, and I know it may sound like we're not talking about the book, but that's exactly what I'm getting around to, is that coming back to this book, I enjoyed seeing it when it was originally on Indiegogo. I think it had closed by the time I was even like backing anything. I was super new to this world. And anyway, I get excited by these kinds of campaigns and this kind of book, for myself as well as anyone out there who kind of, for like me, I need to feel seen. And this kind of book reminds me that not everybody is sitting there hiding and cowering in a fucking corner when it comes to sex stuff, and embracing it and saying, listen, this is okay. And now, of course, let's throw in some horror and some cage stuff. Like, why not? And it's so funny. So I can't do scary on my own by myself. And so one of the things that is missing from my single life is I don't watch scary movies, because unless the guy's coming over with strawberries and he's going to curl up in bed with me, I'm not watching a scary movie. So how scary is the book?
There's a lot of torture.
Okay.
I mean, it will tug at your emotions. You get attached to characters. Stuff happens.
Yeah, and that is almost a good thing. I mean, I know it sounds kind of silly, or I don't know, not silly, but it may sound strange to say, but have you ever read
You froze. I did not hear you.
Oh, she's frozen.
She's frozen.
Have you ever read Anne? She'll be back in a moment, my friends, with her question. All right, so I will take this show over. Look, we got the physical copy at $25. We have your back it because you believe in it tier. We have the $15 PDF. There you go, $25, the lower physical copy, and that's just the book, right? And then the add-ons you might get.
Yep.
And then both books. Now, what is that? What does both books mean?
You get a physical copy of Lore, and you get Fetishes A to Z.
Oh, and Fetishes A to Z. Okay, I just saw that. There she is.
I did not bring Unsolicited back, though. I'm sorry for anyone that did want that. I did not bring that back.
I want that so bad. No. I really don't. I just want you to do it. I'll promote it. I don't want it. Not even a comp. All right.
I'll send you a copy, Pops. I'll make sure I print an extra one for you.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We know what's up. Happens to all of us. All of us.
I was gonna say I was asking about if you read any horror books as a kid or a teenager, or even now. Do you read horror?
No, honestly.
Because when you were talking about the torture and the characters and how you get emotionally attached, so like I grew up in love with Stephen King and Anne Rice. I credit them for saving my life. One of the other things that excited me about this book, and for anyone who's watching, is that books like Stephen King's horror books and some of his and Anne Rice's stuff, it in this weird way, even though it's a book of fiction, it made me feel less alien than other humans, because here's these stories about these experiences, and sadly most of what you've got written here is everyday occurrences for some people out there. Human trafficking is a real thing.
It is.
It isn't. People think,
slavery. It's not going to happen to them, and it could happen to anybody.
Exactly. And Pops, you can forgive me. I'll ask for forgiveness instead of permission. But slavery is real, living, breathing. It's current day fucking life. It's not a thing of the past. If you don't know, I know Pops does. I'm talking about anyone who's listening to me. It is not a thing of the past. Did you know, Lola, that almost 50% of all adults that go missing are men?
I did not.
And it's a scare, and this is why I wanted to mention it while we're talking about lore, is because it's not a thing about, it's not just women, it's not just little girls. There's almost always boys as a victim, and then men are kidnapped almost half as much as women, and people don't know that. And I left my last job because this is exactly what we dealt with.
Mm.
Not the victims, we dealt with the other side, which I
Mm.
couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't do it anymore. So but what's exciting about the book for me is, if you are, or if anyone out there likes horror, why not, get scared? But having that emotional connection to a character is important, because in one of Anne Rice's books, I'll never forget this, I literally, Lola, I threw the book across the fucking room at this one key moment in the book, because this guy I was in love with, this man on paper, he doesn't even exist in real life, was like in this situation. And I'm not going to spoil the book for anyone, but I was infuriated. And I threw the book at the wall and I screamed across the room and I said, if anything happens to him.
And she froze again.
And Dory, that just shows that Dory cares, though. So
Yeah.
that
She's very passionate.
Definitely.
Oh my times it's
coming back. Come back.
I know. It's in Ramona, and my roommate has a great route. We actually have more than one connection to it. Sometimes it's just it acts. But yeah, that book sat on the floor for like a half a day before I could go pick it back up. I had to get emotionally ready. I had to get emotionally ready to find out what was going to happen to Michael in the next scene. Oh, okay. So, let's talk about the tiers in the Kickstarter. I haven't had a campaign on Kickstarter. How long is it running for? How many days is it again? I can't.
I chose 30.
Okay. I'm gonna
25 days left.
Okay. Usually I try to pull up the campaign on my screen so I can go down on it, but I'm glad Pops has it up, because with my internet acting the way it is, I'd probably freeze my computer. Okay, so you want to talk? Let's go to
You should watch your wording. Going down on it goes along with my book.
She knows that. Trust me.
Oh, did I begin?
No, you're just fine, Dory.
Oh, I just have Marv.
You're just fine. Yeah, you know Marv's going to come back. Marv comes, checks us out. He's one of our fans.
Okay.
So yeah.
It's 80-page book.
It is, yes.
Is it intended to be a series, or is it an individual one-off standoff kind of a graphic novel?
So how I explained it before, you can pick up this book, read it, be done with it. Okay. But I am thinking about making what happens next.
Mm-hmm.
So just haven't got around to it.
And you probably can't talk much about it because you'd spoil the first book, and we don't want any
exactly. Yeah.
Can't have any spoilers. No.
I'm just glad you're thinking about, possibly expanding on it, because look, I'm one of them people that I read a book and I don't want it to end. Mm-hmm. Even if you take your story all the way to a conclusion, I still want there to be characters worthy of spin-off, worthy of expansion. I hate stories that end. If you want to end it, wait till I'm dead. Then do whatever you want. Okay? But don't end your stories before I'm gone, because I hate stories that end.
But it sounds to me like Lola's going to give us the best of both worlds, Pops, where we've got this 80-page graphic novel that gives us a story. It has an end. And if there's more, there's more. But if there's not, we're also content.
Yes.
And that That's a great selling
It
point.
depends on how invested I get in the characters, though. See,
Well,
even
you'll
if
probably
it
be
kills
so
off
good
like
invested
the
in them.
main characters, if I like Zach, right, I want to see what's going on with Zach next year.
I'm gonna relate this
I
to
mean-
my single dating life of the word next. That's what you know, I mean, where there's one, there's another. There's another. It's just like yeah. I have to I know this is unrelated, but I have to tell you, Lola, my dad was a Navy SEAL. He he was a madman. He got out of the Navy and he went on to be a stuntman, and then later became a bomb not fire, what's it called? Dynamite stick guy. So he was the guy they would call. He worked on oil rigs, he worked on construction, he worked on all these different kind of like high industrial type things. And he was the guy that was well known, where they literally, if they looked at a job and thought, someone's probably going to die, my dad was the guy they would call because he didn't give a fuck. He had a death wish. Like I actually have a character profile written using him as he's going to inspire a comic book character for one of these for a book I have.
Mhm.
So why I'm sharing that with you is, in life, when a guy comes up and he acts all cocky, badass, Mr. I think I'm all that shit, I just laugh and smile because I go, you have no idea, dude. My dad ruined all men for me. You're like chopped liver compared to that crazy man. Okay. So I do know. So for those of you watching, you can get the book, but you also do have a digital tier in here.
I do.
Okay. And what I can't, I forgive me, Lola. I would normally have this up on my screen so I could go through it. But why don't you tell me about what we're looking at? I know this is a Daphne print.
I have a
once
question about this because it says Daphne Lage print 650, but
That's once I reach 650. That's my goal. So now you're looking at all the stretch goals.
Okay. So at 650, there's a Daphne Lage print. But if you check this tier over here, there's also the Daphne Lage special.
Yeah, if you scroll up by the books, you'll see that tier.
Is that original piece of art in your,
it is,
in your campaign?
Right there.
Yes. Right. So it's in there as an add-on. Oh, nice.
The original art. Daphne Lage art, y'all. And I'm telling you, hold up. I got to do it. I got to do it.
You got
Don't make her get on her little soapy box. Don't make her get on her little soapy box because, that's why I bought it.
I love that it's in a box with a bar of soap.
That's why
I made those. Yeah.
Did you? Oh my God, that's so cute.
I made the soap and everything. Randy did the logo design.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Zim's soapbox for Randy. We love you, Randy. And I got two because I knew that I needed a Daphne soapbox too, but they didn't have that yet.
No.
That's it. So, Lola, what's the one topic of all topics that would get you to go on a soapbox?
I
Stalkers.
don't know.
Stalkers.
I think some of the rude questions that I get on Geekgasm about girls talking about me wearing low cut shirts and using my boobs.
Well, do you ever what is your answer to that before I say what I'm going to say? Or maybe I should just say what I was going to say.
Go ahead. You can go first.
In my experience, the sexually liberated woman's biggest enemy are prudish anti-types who haven't learned how to stand on their own 2 feet, own their own sexuality most of the time. And in my work as Diva Dory, what I've experienced by women or men who act like that or say things like that, they have unresolved, untreated issues. Most of them, not all, most of them. And I have had to learn the hard way that one of the biggest things dealing with the world as Diva Dory, and one of the reasons I left my title as the Amazon Beauty for today's show rather than switching it back to my art one, is because the Amazon Beauty stand-up comedy and my comic strip about the Amazon Beauty, it's all about that. It's all about a woman or man finding liberation of our bodies is the number one thing that any of us could do for ourselves that will prove that we love ourselves, really. And sex fucking sells, by the way, little girls. If you want to bitch and complain and moan and whine, go right the fuck ahead. We've been doing it since the days of dawn time. Oh, here we go. I'm on the soapbox. Yeah. Oh, I get you, girl. I get you on that one big time.
Yes, the problem is with me, though.
I do not have 3 soapboxes. I only have 2.
That's okay, Pops. I've got my own platforms. I actually probably need a stage. That's why I became a stand-up comic. I'm sorry, Lola. What were you gonna say, sweetheart?
The problem is, though, a lot of people don't understand. Yeah, I have big boobs. I can only wear tank tops and low-cut shirts because I have a medical condition where they don't stop growing.
The boobs?
Yes, my boobs are.
I don't see this as a
growing.
problem. I'm kidding.
Oh, it's a problem. It hurts my back a lot.
I bet.
Yeah, I'm like an H cup right now, and it sucks.
And you can say "fuck off," none of your business. But have you had a reduction or have ever considered a reduction? Or
no,
would you?
I would if it became a medical necessity.
Okay, I have a sister who, and she can hate me later for saying it, but she had to do that for that exact same reason. When she, after her 4th boy, she actually became a donor.
And she's frozen.
For a breast milk.
Oh, okay. You're going in and out, sweetheart.
So I don't know. Anyway, okay. So to go back onto the topic of the book, but that's a good. So no, but it's topical because a book like this, have you found any? I mean, other than those girls asking those questions about you showing whatever you show, which is none of their fucking business, you know. And here's the other thing that I'll get on a little soapbox about real quick, and I'll shut up and we can move on. Is oh fuck, what was I gonna say? Clothing's overrated. Clothing is over fucking rated, by the way. Shame is what prompts those kinds of questions. It prompts other people from feeling uncomfortable when they see too much skin. They don't have their own comfortability with their bodies. Slut shaming, body shaming, all of that is a form of bullying, and it just needs to stop.
It really does.
Right.
And when I had my Indiegogo, I had someone do a stream about me in my campaign.
Oh, man.
Because I had a cosplay cover of myself as an exclusive for Indiegogo. And they said it was, I shouldn't do that and look the way I look. And the book was all about me. And the book isn't about me. It's not like a self-insert book about me. It's just, I added details about stuff that I saw or experienced. Yeah. And I was away from me. It's therapeutic, so it's for me. So,
you know that
I laughed it off.
Yeah, and I high five you for that, because what people don't understand is that if an entire stream is made about us, Lola, we've already won before they hit the live button.
I was living in their head.
For real. Like, for real. If your life, whoever you are, if your life is so fucking boring that you have to create an entire live stream about me or Lola, because I've had the same thing happen to me, Lola, by the way. If
then
that
people
is
make
what your
news about
life,
me.
seriously, if that is what your life is, thank you, because there's more famous people that have been made famous by the fucking haters than the fan. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And if it weren't for it, let me tell you, if Lola had like a let's do a live stream nude stream, well, okay, I have sons, so maybe I wouldn't sign up for that. But anyway, I don't know if I want maybe not all nude, but but yeah,
my cover,
Lola,
I was for my cover for my Indiegogo, I was in an all fishnet outfit, laying on a bed.
I've seen it, honey. I've wanted to spend private time with
I've seen it, honey.
I've seen it. I don't have it saved in a spank bank, but I've seen it because I tend to only put single people in my spank bank, and if you don't know what a spank bank is out there, keep coming back. The other thing I wanted to say, the Amazon Beauty does dating, love, and spirituality, which is my webtoons, which will be a future comic book, is all the fuck about me. Now, granted, yes, it's not all my situations. I love what you said about your book, is how, yes, there's you and you're in there and the writing and everything else. But there's shit I fucking joke about that I didn't actually go through. Someone else did. But you bet I wrote a fucking joke about it. I mean, it's funny as fuck.
You have to take into account Dory is a comedian.
Yes.
She's a stand-up comic. She makes music videos. She does art, obviously. That's
Greetings,
how I
fellas.
encountered her. Dory's all over the place.
We have new chatters and chat pops. I'm sure you've seen them, but hello, gentlemen. Say hello. Follow Lola. Go follow this book. Pledge if you can. So my Lola, you can probably appreciate this. So way back in the day when I only did my stand-up comedy and I only wrote my comedy on Twitter, I would call my tweets either a tweet, a twit, or a twat. Tweets were fact. Tweets were fact, meaning it was a fact, like that happened to me. A twit was me making a fucking joke about someone being a twit. Literally a twit. And twats, well, we all know what that word means. So if you can only guess what the twats were. So I love that. And all I can say to you, and I'm not saying you need my reassurance, but everything you were saying about what people have said or done about this or about you or about the book, fucking just, like you said, smile and laugh that shit off, because you know what? That's fucking gold. That's literally money in the bank. Because if someone's gonna talk about your book, then people are gonna hear about your book. Go right.
Exactly. And I mean, my Indiegogo was successful.
Exactly.
I did really well on my Indiegogo, and I just decided to do Kickstarter for anyone that didn't get it on Indiegogo.
Yeah,
that's one of the things I want to make sure I was going to reiterate again. Just kind of thought at the same time, it's like, got to make sure people understand this did fund on Indiegogo.
Oh yeah.
This is just a second chance for those that don't use Indiegogo or that missed out on the time frame, or whatever.
Lola, remind us again, though, you have special things in this Kickstarter that wasn't offered before, right? There's something in.
I do. I have an exclusive Daphne Lage cover.
Right. Okay.
And then I have the print.
Nice.
And then you can also buy the original art for the cover and the print.
Okay, that's super
Daphne Lage covered.
Now, did you do the art? Let's talk about the art for a second. I know you wrote it.
I wrote it and created it. My artist and my colorist is Dave Brown. He goes by Dave the Supreme.
Dave the Supreme.
Oh, Dave the Supreme. I like this name.
He's an awesome guy.
Okay.
Let me scroll down to the team. We get slow down, go back.
I like that outfit right there, the black shoes. The shoes are really the only thing that chicks should really have on in that picture, but okay. I'm kidding. I mean, I'm not kidding. But...
Dave the Supreme on Twitter. Y'all can check him out.
Oh, Beard. Hello. I'm all in. Beard. No, okay. That's so rad. And so other than
What's up, Darkin? How you doing?
what was the other? Are there other? I see other stretch goals in here. Did we talk about all the tiers? I'm totally jumping all the fuck around because I feel out of place because I don't have the campaign up on my screen.
We did cover all the tiers.
Yeah, we went through all the tiers.
Okay, all right.
We
And
just
then-
didn't go through the stretch goals.
I was going to
The
say I don't
stretch
think
goals
we
right
went
here,
through all the stretch goals. So we got foil
650
sticker.
is the print. Is when you,
Yes.
when you get funded, right? When you get
Right.
to the funding,
Okay,
Everybody
that's
will
when
get
that
all
drops.
physical backers are getting the stretch goals.
nice.
Then I'm bringing back the foil sticker. A
Patch.
pin.
See a patch. I see a patch.
Yes, there is a patch. A foil
I'm excited.
wrapper, which is actually a custom condom.
Hello. Hey now.
And I got the patch. And then I got trading cards.
I get
So-
to put it with my Lady Death condom that I'll never use. All right.
I got my hands on Lola and I want to take up all her time because I have to tell you, so one of my most recent comic webtoons I wrote, Lola, it's based on an old stand-up joke, but it's these two girls and they're sitting by the pool and they're just having a chat, and the one girl asks her friend, she goes, "Hey, have you thought about dating again?" And the Amazon Beauty says, "Nah, I got till 2024. And the friend goes, "That's awfully specific." Or no, she says, "Sorry, I'm already telling the joke wrong." She says, "I have until fall of 2024." And she says, "That's awfully specific. What the fuck happens then?" And the Amazon Beauty says, "Well, that's when my condoms expire." And the friend goes, "Did you just make that?"
No, that's just perfect timing. That's all I
That's
can say.
fucking hysterical that you have that already made, because that's legit. The expiration. And then the friend goes, "Well, that's because I say it." So the Amazon Beauty says that's the expiration on my condoms, and I want to make sure that I don't let them go to waste. So I won't wait to really, worry about dating until then. And the friend goes, "Well, that's just good logic." And the Amazon Beauty says, "Yeah, but I'm kind of going broke over all these batteries that I've had to put in my budget." And the friend goes, "Well, that's even better logic because we all know a man's not going to satisfy us." It's like that's the conversation.
You got booted.
I was gonna say, I thought with my computer issues, I'm like, really? Did my computer just freeze?
No.
So for those of you watching and for Lola, this is the future Amazon Beauty comic book I'm sharing. So I love that you have a custom condom here. Does it have like the logo from the book? Does it have lore on it? What is on the condom?
Okay. Nothing's on the condom. It's the wrapper. So it's going to be a
Right.
gold wrapper that looks like the invite to lore with the lore logo on it.
But here's the most important question. What size is this condom?
I think it's just a standard size. It's from a
So it's
website
of
that
no
does it.
purpose and no use to me. I'm dying. Lola, I'm going to create so much stand-up comedy over this. No, I'm teasing. I have a whole other stand-up joke about, listen, fellas, a woman buying... Wait. Oh my God. It goes like this. So listen, a woman buying condoms is just good common sense. A woman buying magnums is optimistic as fuck. I love that. I want to high five you so much for having a custom condom in your campaign. Like that's badass. Like that's like fuck you people, or you know what? Or not fuck you people, but like hey. I say this all the time. Stop arguing. Stop fighting. Stop creating drama. Go have some sex and shut up.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like, I tell that to complainers all the time. I'm like, clearly you need to go rub one out. You're complaining about life way too much. I know. Like, this is the day we should have a huge, like who's in our chat anyway? Like, isn't this funny? No, but they're all sitting there in shock, or they're just like, I don't know.
It's all guys in the chat right now.
Yeah, or Lola, or they're
They
rubbing
have
one
no
out.
idea what to say.
They can't comment in chat right now because they're rubbing one out. I'm on live streams. Everything I think, the first time someone goes off camera like Pops is right now is that they're doing something. I'm a, what's he doing now? I made that joke earlier when Rich went off stream, or Rich when he turns his camera off. I'm like, oh really? What's under that desk? I like this attitude. Dark Gift Comics presents. Yes, listen, you're here with Lola, the indie princess, and the Amazon beauty. Okay, so what else is in?
Yeah, I don't even belong here. I should just let Dory do the show and stay.
I don't even know why you're talking. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Pops. I'm teasing.
See?
I'm teasing. Okay, so I'm gonna get one. Someone needs to go buy some art because I'm in timeout from purchasing anything. By the way, so like I got my own fulfillment. Look, he took himself out of the stream, Lola. Okay. Stickers, patch, condom. What else was in stretch goals that I missed? What did I miss? A pen.
Trading cards.
The print. Tell me about this key. I've seen it now and I keep meaning to ask.
So the key plays an important part in the story.
Hi, Jim O'Reilly. Okay.
That's the actual key that's in the story.
Ooh, is that a ring?
And then there's Blair's ring. Blair's one is the bad guy in the story.
And it's a bottle opener, so it'll play an important part in your life, too.
Yeah, the key is a bottle opener.
Okay. I was going to say, is the key like a key to my heart, the key to my cage, the key to my handcuffs? What's the key for?
It's the key to your bottle.
My bottle?
Yeah, it's a bottle opener, so. But in the story, it's for something else.
Yeah, don't tell me. Yeah, if it's gonna do it, don't. Okay, I get it. As you can see, I have a lot of things in my head the key could be for. It could be for my collar. It could be for my handcuffs. You know.
I got those too.
Yeah. Right. Like. Oh man. I have a drawer. Okay.
So do I. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have an actual suitcase. I've trimmed down. I've trimmed down. Yeah, I love the red dress. I love the colors you've used. I love the fact that it reminds me. I was going to tell you. I knew I was going to tell you. So
she loves the red.
I love the red dress. Yeah. So I've been doing a lot of, not a lot, but I've been trying in my free time, which is, all day, every day, 24/7. I don't have a job right now. So I've been reading older comics, and Young Romance, which was a Jack Kirby Simon comic. And I just started, I downloaded it, but I've read like a couple of pages. It's a horror comic. I can't for the life of me remember the name of it. But this artwork and the use of the colors reminds me of that very classic comic book look in some of those comic books I'm getting exposed to on the public domain, and I'm loving it. I'm just loving it. And I don't say this to be offensive to any of the new creators or new comic books or anything out there. But there's something to me very elegant about less color or less busyness or less, I'm like, oh my God, I can't even tell what's in this picture because there's so much in this picture. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Artist, I've let him pretty much have freedom. He basically chose the colors. When it came to the panels, I put what needed to be in there and I let him do the rest.
And this, and I don't think it'll spoil the book because I think it's in the Kickstarter. This is it starts with this couple going to like a sex party, right? Or a
Yeah.
sex club? Is it a club?
Party.
It's a
They
party.
go to parties. Yeah, Chastity, that she loves to go to them.
Okay. And I was asking if your artist had to, and he's not here, and maybe you can't speak for him, but I'm wondering, what he might have used as reference for being inspired by the scenes or the setup or the imagery. I don't know if
I sent him some reference for certain parts of it, like for
Okay.
outfits, and I explained how certain scenes should look.
Okay.
So, I mean, he had that. I don't know if he used any other reference. I'm not sure.
Yeah. It wasn't a party thing. It was an actual nightclub. There was a nightclub in Louisiana I used to go to called Fantasies.
Okay.
And it was set up like way back. And I don't, I'm not asking your age. I wouldn't do that. But I think I'm assuming I'm a lot older than you. But the Fantasies was very akin to what you would think of Studio 54 or one of those big like nightclubs that was like a fucking it was like going to the mall, only it was a nightclub. Like there was all these rooms, and there was different rooms that did this and different dance floors that did this. They had two stages. It was crazy. It was fucking insane. It was huge. It wasn't
awesome.
It wasn't a sex club, but yeah, I didn't find out that was a thing until I moved to San Diego. San Diego has one legally approved licensed sex club. And it is now illegal to give that kind of a license to a business. So when the owner of that license dies, because they're non-transferable, that sex club will cease to exist. We have a Fantasies here in Jersey, though it's a gentleman's club. Yeah, that place called Fantasies, the building itself still exists, and it's still a nightclub, but what it looks like in the inside, I have no idea because I don't live in Louisiana anymore. But apparently it's still there. So where did you draw your reference from? Just curious, was it anywhere you'd been or something you like, a building or a place?
Things that I've seen, things that I've been told about, shows that I've watched.
Yeah, there's imagery in photographs of like who is it? Annie Leibovitz. Now a lot of her photography is black and white, but I love like some of the setting of the rooms, or the Victorian era was one of my favorites. Things that are like antique, more old buildings, stuff like that. I don't know. That's why I was kind of curious. What does your eye go to when you envision that part of it? Like what it looked like?
Yeah, a lot of it was just, oh, look, this is how I want it to look.
I like that. That's like, it's almost, not almost, that's like super even better, because then it's like truly like, whatever this is that's been conceived in what's in this book is not, you're not going to look at it and go, oh, that's so-and-so place or so-and-so.
No, it's not based off any place. It's just what I came up with in my head.
That's rad. And that's like, that's way cool. Does any of it happen outside?
No.
It's a curious, weird question. Pops
is in the book, though.
Who is?
Pops.
Is he a patron at this party?
He's in one of the parties, yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Pops.
I'm just waiting for my copy.
What's funny? Like I
have no idea. Okay, I have no idea what she did to me, or with me, or who I'm with, or look. I tell people all the time when they're gonna like draw me in or whatever, do not spoil it for me. I want to open it when I open it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, and she's been very good about not telling me, not showing me, not nothing. I want it to be a complete surprise. So please, anybody that gets this before me and cracks it open, don't be hitting me up going, dude, that's so cool, because I will not have seen it yet.
All right. Well, that's funny because that reminds me of something, and I did open another browser, so hopefully my internet holds up. But let me see if I can zoom in on this real quick. Okay. Let me do a quick share. Chrome tab. All right, Pops. Pop that in for a second, if you would.
Okay. Poof.
This is.
Yeah, I need the link for that so I can put it in the chat.
Speaking of Patrick, well, I haven't put it out there yet because I still have my backers are getting this long before you can get it here. But I want everyone to see what it says next to the author name.
And I got the Sin Killer, okay, which was the
I got my copy too. I just haven't opened it yet.
Look, I had to put her up in I had to put him in the frame with the art.
Yep.
They're together in the frame, Marv. I don't know if you've seen that yet, but the book and the art are in the frame together.
So now what you have to do though, because your name is there, but if I click on it, it does nothing. But see, now what Pops is going to have to do now is he's going to have to go create an author profile in Author Amazon Central so that he can then link this book to himself.
Can you change that name?
That's your legal name. I put your legal name for contribution's sakes because that's just the truth.
I know. I'm just saying. Yeah.
I'm just saying. You don't ever have to.
Okay, how about this?
You don't ever have to go in there and put yourself in as an author.
Can you change it to P.A. Seeley?
Of course. Oh yeah. No.
That would be better.
For sure. The name on it and what you like, and I mean this, if you do go into Amazon and create an author profile for yourself, you can put whatever you want as your legal author publication name, and it will reflect here.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. and I'm going to say this, and you know this, Pops, you do promotions, you do marketing. If you're out there and you even if you haven't wrote the fucking book, if you're out there and you know what you want your name to be on a book, let's say you're going to publish something, go grab that name now on every social media, on Amazon, on what's the other one? Oh, fuck me. Don't literally fuck me, but it's
you have to remember. I just came up off the grid here a couple months ago.
Yes, I know, but for authors, writers, Blurb, Lulu, that's what I was thinking of. Amazon, Blurb, Lulu, whatever. Whatever you want your name to be, go get it. Go grab the Twitter handle. Go grab the Instagram handle. Don't let it go, because then you'll end up with a .net, or not that there's anything wrong with that. Or you'll end up having to put a number at the end of your fucking name, which is why, going back to the Amazon Beauty for just a second. I've been the Amazon Beauty for 16 fucking years, and I've owned that, and I had that handle on everything for all this time. And going back to what Lola was saying earlier about someone giving her grief over her top or something, so I did a parody kind of side-by-side video with a NBC video. Now, granted, admittedly, I did infringe on copyrights, but not only did they have the video removed, but NBC and Facebook deleted the Amazon Beauty Facebook page from existence. And you can't have it anymore. You cannot have a Facebook page called the Amazon Beauty. And get this, my favorite part of it is they said I was impersonating myself.
Mm.
I'm like, bitch, I've been the Amazon Beauty for technically since 10th grade, but I've publicly on every almost every platform been the Amazon Beauty. So now now my page is called Just Keep Being Funny. My Twitter is still mine, but my Instagram and Facebook, I had to change the names because I impersonated myself. Stupidest fucking thing. And it's really cool though. I know what I was going to share. What the point was in sharing that? When I relaunched the other Facebook page, I was over almost 700 followers within the first month of the Just Keep Being Funny Facebook page. It literally was triple what it was before because of all I had to do was tell people Facebook fucked me over and deleted my page. So I'm going to need you to like this one. And everyone in the world who heard that were like, yeah, we're going to go help this chick out. We fuck that Facebook. Right? Yeah. You find someone who they can mutually hate with you, you might, you can build your following.
way back when I first met old Lola and Marion over there at Indie Bowl. Way back in the day.
Way back in the day.
So far back, you guys. Look, there was a website called Reddit. And Reddit
it's still around.
Trying to cancel my friend Mike Barrett and his book. And I went to my friends Varian and Lola and I said, hey, man, can I bring Mike on your show? Because these assholes trying to cancel my friend and I ain't down with that. And they were like, yep, bring one out. We brought him out and bumped his campaign heavily right there. And then he kept working and kept working and kept working. And Florida man did really good. Really, really good. And
that's what IndieVille does. We
yeah,
support
that was
everybody.
one of the first things. That was one of the first times that I brought somebody to you and said, help me do what I do, because you guys had such a larger network than I did. Help me get this guy seen, because these guys are trying to cancel him, and I just hate that freaking word, man.
Yeah, well, it's one thing if you don't like it or you disagree, fine, but go away. Like, turn away, look away, go away. I don't see any point in targeting, attacking, or going after someone, because all you're going to do to me or do to them is prove that you're jealous, competitive, and want to compare and compete. And I'm sorry, but that's not what we're here for.
Well, there are some people that are really good at what they do, though. They're really good at going out there and chopping up your videos and making you look as bad as they possibly can. That's part of what goes on out there,
Well,
so
yeah, like I said, they don't have a life.
I just consider all of it the speed bumps in the trailer park of life.
Yeah, this is true.
Okay, and because you ain't stopping. Boom, 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 boom. You're going till you get where you're going. Boom, 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 boom. You just keep rolling over them speed bumps, everybody, and do what you do and be happy doing what you do. And don't let nobody tell you that you don't deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And look at that down there. Check that banner out. I really like that banner too. Oh, Liberty Entertainment Distribution. Because that.
Oh, yeah. And Liberty's doing very well. Keeping us on our toes.
Another reason why I love Varian and Lola, because they're doing what I want to happen. They're putting indie books on retail store shelves.
Yay.
And
the goal of everything I've been about, you know it, Lola. It's been the goal. Everything I've been about since the day I started doing this, pretty much, is getting indie books on my local store shelf.
We get them on the store shelves, and with a few of our creators, we have their permission to take the books to the cons and sell them. And let me tell you, they've been moving. We've been getting them seen.
You guys have a good weekend, Detroit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Look at the camera and smile when you say that, girl.
I never look at the camera. That's one of my things. I don't like looking people in the face. I don't look at cameras. I'm sorry.
Well, at least smile. There you go. Smile about that. If you're doing good, show it. Show it.
I'm exhausted. You'll have to excuse me today. This weekend kept me on my toes. We are extremely busy. I've talked to so many people this weekend. It was crazy.
I did see you guys
Yeah.
kick Marion out of the booth for a while. I did see that.
Did. Yeah.
Took over,
Yep.
established your dominance.
I always run the table. He goes and networks, and I run the table.
That's rad. And
And
so
yes,
are you planning on, or I know you have your own shows and you have your own network of ways to promote your book, but are you coming up on any other shows you want to tell us about so that people can
Not right now, but I am looking for shows to go on.
Okay.
So if anyone has a show and would like to talk to me about my book, just message me.
Okay.
there you go. Guests. You know we all need guests.
Yeah.
Gotta have people to talk to about the things we love to do. Where the heck did my picture go?
Your
Dang it.
picture?
Yeah, I'm looking for a certain picture. How come you can never find the one you want when you go in your computer looking for stuff?
Because that's how it works.
It's like it's
Um,
always
yeah, it's funny, like there's either things I'm super crazy anal retentive and I know exactly where it is, or it's something else and I'm like, oh well, fuck, I don't know.
oh
Yeah.
no.
There's
See, I got
no in
so many
between,
stupid files. There it is.
Yeah.
I got so many stupid files full of
Like,
stuff.
I
And
have
none of them
another.
are labeled or organized. They're just files full of stuff. Check that out, y'all.
I do not like that picture of me. That's a bad picture
I
of me.
love the fact that I
Oh,
have
I love this
a picture of us. Okay, I love the fact that I have a picture of us. So there it is. We had a blast up there. That was fun. Hope I get to see you again next month.
We will be there.
That's so cool.
We got we'll be at C4 Halloween weekend if anyone's going to be up there.
Mm.
And if you didn't know about it, check it out. Cherry Capital Comic Con. It's in Traverse City at the Grand Traverse Resort. Come stop by and see us.
Very
We will
cool.
be there.
And next
All right.
month is
Next month
is
at Grand Rapids.
Comic Con,
And we will be there too.
and I will be tripping the floor. Tripping the floor. Yeah, gonna have a good time. A little bit better organized than last time. When I went down to Hall of Heroes, we refined that live interview. You know, we got to do a few of them down there. It was pretty fun. So now I'm a little more comfortable out there on the floor. You know, you and I, we were running around taking pictures. You know, all that video that I took when we ran around, I lost every bit of it.
Man.
Every
But-
bit of it.
Guys, I do have to get off here because I have to run to the store real quick before they
Oh, it's
close.
7 o'clock. Yeah.
So
Tell
yeah,
everybody where they can find you.
The best way to track me down, Linktree indie_princess. You can find all my links there. And guys, please check out Lore on Kickstarter. I have 25 days left and I'm at 33% funded, I believe, right now.
That's
So
good.
check it out. Need all the help I can get. I appreciate it.
Nice.
And if you can't back it, just spread the word for me.
There's that
Well, I'm
link.
glad you were. I'm glad I got to be here today, and I know it's not the first time we've met, but I definitely got to know you, and I foresee a future where when I do my Diva Dory series again, I don't plan on launching another Diva series until next year, but I do plan on you're going to be like in my top 5 people I'll be calling up and be like,
Awesome.
hey, want to
There you go.
participate in my Diva show? Because my
I
Diva
will.
Daily Living series shows are about everything that you and I have already talked about. Some of the things we talked about in the book that happened to you or in this book, and a lot of other life stuff. So you'd be perfect to come on. But I don't, like I said, I'm not going to do another series until next year.
Sounds awesome. Just let me know. I'll be there.
Yes, absolutely. Yay!
That's what we do. Networking. I love it. Thank you. All right,
you.
ladies. Dory, tell everybody where they can find you.
Doris Jones Labors of Love, all one word, is my link tree at handle. Everything on there is everything in the world is on there. My most recent newest thing is I am trying to build my Twitch. I have the followers I need, and now I just need my next step and hopefully last step to affiliate would be having multiple chatters on my Twitch at the same time. It's one of the things that I love my YouTube and I love, streaming to it, but Twitch is one of those art places as an artist that I find a little bit more of that community in that way. And anyway, so follow my Twitch if you can, if you're out there, if you see me live. I try to stream live, not every single day, but I go on all the time.
This is on Twitch right now. I have hardly any followers. Nobody watches on Twitch. Nobody talks on Twitch.
Yeah, the fan, they're not. That's
I send
because
all the exact same content to all three places, and I get response from Facebook. I get response from YouTube.
That's okay, and I'm not saying you shouldn't or should or shouldn't or I don't know. But
I mean,
Twitch,
I try. It just don't
Twitch is
happen.
definitely. Well, it's definitely used by more gamers and artist people as opposed to talk show people. Like to them, this is a talk show. So yeah,
It's art. Damn it! All we talk about is art. Damn it!
Yeah, but talking about art, and this has just been my experience, and it's really what's really interesting on any of the platforms actually is, and this not every time, but it's happened quite a bit. I'll be on live streaming doing digital, like creating a coloring page from one of my pieces, right? And inevitably someone will go, "Oh, digital art, I love digital art," or whatever. And then a whole other stream, I'll be painting and actually painting an actual painting on a canvas or something. And I'll get the exact same thing. "Oh, I love this. It's real art. You're painting." Like it's amazing how depending, it doesn't even matter. There's always,
So,
and it's just because they like watching.
Everybody go watch Dory on Twitch and get her the stuff she needs so that she can be an affiliate.
I just need I looked at my stats and I didn't realize it, but apparently you need to have so many occurrences of multiple communicators and people chatting at the same time.
Yeah, they just keep moving the goalposts. I know.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, I didn't realize that was even in there, and because I met everything else, and I'm like, what is this one? And
where'd that come from? Yeah, because it's not in the beginning. It's not in the beginning. You don't see that. Anyway, I'm gonna let Lola get off here because she does gotta go shop.
Bye, Lola.
Thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it.
Bye, sweetheart.
Spread the love over there at the house. You know what's up.
I will.
Y'all have a good night.
All right, you too.
Bye.
I'm gonna go grab me something to eat because I have to come back out here again at 8:00 with Chris Fisk. Yeah, we're coming out with Chris Fisk and it's Infinitale Chronicles.
I was on that with you. Didn't we have him for new timers or first timers?
I think we did, and we're gonna have him again because he's down to what? He's got 14 days left.
Oh.
It's only at 64 backers. He is funded, but it never hurts to get an extra push.
He was on Bargain Bin this morning. He was on Bargain Bin at noon today. I listened. Yeah. Oh, so is that what Rich was talking about? Is he going to be back for that for you?
If he's awake, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he's going to be awake.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah,
All right, I got a whole bunch of commercials to play, and then I'm gonna go eat.
Okay.
All right, love you. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Let's see, what do we got here? We got
author Cindy Kepp is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kepp at ckep.com. KOEPP.com today.
Hey, it's Belle from Liberty Entertainment Distribution. We've got quality indie comics in hand ready to ship to you now. Yes, really. And it gets better. At Liberty, publishers set their own wholesale pricing, and we don't take any fees, so don't wait. Call or visit me today at ledg.us or call 1-800-525-2091.
When they mined an area, they put down yellow tape right across that line, say. And if you walked on the wrong side of that yellow tape, you blew up.
From author Brian K. Morris comes an epic tale of armor forged by a god, a hero forged by courage, and an ancient menace poised to re-emerge and threaten our world. Volcana, Rebirth of the Champion, is available on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Come get some.
Secrets, trust, worth. The bond between souls intertwined within otherworldly intrigue. Michaela Jade brings forth the Elite Warrior series, a collection of dark fantasy romance novels set in a twisted world where power lusts in the hearts of men and devotion seduces the souls of women. Warrior's Secret, Warrior's Trust, and Warrior's Worth. Available now at authormichaelajade.com.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a classic hero in a high-flying, fast-paced, and action-packed steampunk adventure. The original Skyman battles the Master of Steam with an introduction by comics icon and historian Roy Thomas. A Rising Tide, an Ace Comics publication. Available now in print or digital format on Amazon.com.
the city of prosperity. Riches for some, but for the masses, scraping by is all they can do. Meet Bitna. It's a rough life, with an even harder reality. Living in the roughest part of town, it looks impossible to make it big. But maybe she will find it in a simple dress. The Radiant Sight, a new romance story by Martin Fisher, now on Indiegogo.
Sunsworn Wings of Vengeance is funding now on Indiegogo. Don't miss this action-packed space fantasy adventure sure to rekindle your love for the genre. Get it now on Indiegogo or just go to sunsworn.com.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho. Santa-Stein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Hey, yo, Pops here. Are you looking to be on Monday Madness? Is Monday no good? Do you need a special edition? Are you looking to be on the first timer spotlight on for you new guys? Launch parties? Countdowns? CromCon Monthly? We got it all right here at the Madness Comic Network, providing online promotional services for the indie comic community and proud sponsor of
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit